Welcome back guys, CryptoFly channel. Today we'd like to talk about a premium and discount in trading. Let's dive in. First of all guys, on YouTube, millions videos about a premium discount, how to trade it, how to work with it, but just basic information what we can find on YouTube or on Google, or in a box, in a basic rules of trading, I want to share just my experience, because on this channel, I share my experience on different questions. And in theory, everything looks so simple, right? Buy low, sell high. So not vice versa. But on the distance, when you start trade, real account, real money, there's a lot of moments where you have to pay attention and understand more the logic and the, context. Not just buy, sell, and you become rich. No, it doesn't work like this one. Even if you understand the theory, what I can tell you about the premium discount, you have to pay attention more, not about the zone. You have to pay attention more about a time and the time frame. Because, for example, if we trade in the bear market, globally, we are in a downtrend. So it's a structure. So you have to work in a complex structure plus premium discount zones. Next one, we have to work with the time frames because it's so simple. Again, buy low, sell high. But if you trade on a 5-minute time frame, and you bought in, in discount zone, it can be still the sell zone on a weekly time frame. So that's a problem, guys. So that's why we have to always work in a complex. So next one, it's what we can use. We can use the FIB and the volume profile to understand where the main, zones, comfortable zones depends of the time frame. For this one, we can use the VPVR indicator, or for example, on CoinGlass heat zone or liquidity heat map. In basics, what the premium discount mean? For example, we work on some time frame. Let's say it's a 4-hour time frame, and we got an uptrend. So we got an impulse, some structure. About a structure, I also will share the video. So we get a structure uptrend. So this is how it looks like. So impulse, and we find the top. But in the moment, we have to understand it's not like constanta. So maybe we trade in the tiny range and going higher. It means we have to adjust another FIB, another FIB, another FIB. That's why it's first difficult what you found when you work with a premium discount. That's why we have to pay attention for the volume. We can use the basic indicator volume. And when we see, for example, like on this example, here we go in higher. This is a volume increase. We found the top and we find the volume decrease. So the price go higher, but the volume decrease. It means not so much power now in a boost to push the price higher. Also, you have to pay attention, for example, by timing. So if it's a weekly time frame, we get a seasonality. It's a March. It's Sol, a USDT example. It's a March before the summer. Usually, the big players, the institutional, start fix some their profits, because they go to vacation. And during the summer, the volatility on the market, not so big one. We can use the weeks indicator for volatility. Got it. So anyway, let's say we got this impulse. Impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. Got it. So we find the top. So the volume decrease. We use the FIB to work with the premium discount zone. I highly recommend you and create the templates, so it saves you a lot of times. How to create it, how to work with the templates, I already posted the video. So for example, you create a template for the FIB, just a basic FIB. I use the fair value gap, another one with another numbers. The main FIB, 27 zone, what I use also, and the premium discount FIB. So I use premium discount. So we use a magnet and you identify. So this is a bottom, this is a top at this current moment. What do we get? We got the premium discount zone, red one. It's a premium. It's a time where we need to fix the profit. Don't try to catch exact top. Don't try catch, higher price. So everything absolutely individual. When you trade with second leverage, maybe this impulse is not enough. when you trade with a 50x leverage, this top will be crazy profit. So guys, there is no 100% correct rules when to in, when to out. If we got that rules, in theory, everybody could be the millionaires. So we identify, we are trading in uptrend, daily time frame, on the weekly, on the 4-hour time frame, on 1-hour time frame. We work in an uptrend. That's why while we trade uptrend structure, we will use discount zone for longs. Got it. If we trade in the downtrend, we will use premium zones for short, to open position short. So we have to work in a complex. Got it. So we got an impulse. It means in this area, when the price drop under equilibrium, so middle line, it's 0.5 level by FIB, it's called equilibrium. So when we drop under middle line, it means all this block is comfortable price to buy on the spot or with the leverages for continuation of the trend. Invalidation of this idea, because in the current moment we got only the idea. This was the bottom, this was the top. We can see this one. It will be the invalidation of this premium discount zone. It means we identified the premium discount zone's impulse wrong. It's okay, because in the current moment we can't know, right? So we work with the possibilities. So this is a discount zone, this is a premium. We also, when we just start impulse, we can't know is it a discount zone or not, because on this impulse, we got this zone. So this is an impulse and this is a correction. Correction not hits, for example, the equilibrium, or maybe, for example, like this one, hit the equilibrium. Equilibrium, usually it's also the comfortable zone to buy, but with not so good, risk reward. So how we can trade? For example, we can trade with the leverages and work with the proper risk management. So this one, you can add your limit order at equilibrium at the beginning of discount zone and adjust your stop loss. So for example, it can be the big stop loss, like 10%, with the second leverage is 20. With the, continuation, 71%, so it's 140% profit if we use second leverage. And let's imagine the price drop like this one, touch equilibrium, retest, and going higher. You're in profit. So it was a right decision. But much better work with less risk in deeper discount zone. So it's with another FIB, can be like this one. You remember the basic video about a FIB in discount zone. So here's a 0.5 starting of a discount zone. It's much better to start accumulate token on the spot or with the leverages, at these blocks at 78 and 86. Of course, on this example, it's a huge stop loss, right? So just example. So take a look in discount zone, you can save like 50%. So that's why, guys, even the discount zone can be different. This is a comfortable price to buy at discount zone, and this is a comfortable price. But difference between the equilibrium and 86 level by FIB is 50%. That's why, guys, there is no magic where exactly you should buy. Absolutely everything individual. Where is comfortable price for you? But you have to understand we got an impulse and discount. When we got an impulse, the markets move by structure, up, down, up, down, up, down. No makes sense to buy the token in the premium zone. Yes, of course, we can see the movement like this one, like we saw, for example, on Nero, not touch the equilibrium and going higher. Of course, we can see this one, but base it on risk management, money management, better open position or better accumulate only in discount zone. For me personally, much more better to skip the token. And I explained it you on intuition accumulation pump model, why I sometimes skip the tokens, even if we start going to correction. Because for me, that correction, it's not enough to take an action and buy the token. That's why I pay attention for the time, premium discount, FIB, and the volume. Take a look, example on Sol. Let's hide. So the basic, you understand, right? Take a look. This is a weekly time frame. We can use the premium discount zone, global one. Let's use the magnet. We get an impulse. So this is this one, lowest point to the top. Let's say in this moment. No, let's say in this moment here, because now we saw in the history, you know, but in November 2021, we couldn't know is it the top or not. It's now easy to use the historical chart and say, oh, it's the top. Guys, in the moment, we couldn't know it's a top or not, or we can go higher. That's why, let's say we use the impulse, correction impulse zones. So we use the Joule, last low point. Here was the top. And we work with that zone. Extend lines, right? And here, for example, we identify if the price could go higher in December 2021, we should adjust the FIB. Take a look what we can do next. We understand technically by cycles, it can be the end of cycle. Got it. So it gives us the information so we can identify the range correct because of cycle, because of news around. And you remember the hype about the Sol in November 2021. We checked the correlation between the Sol and BTC. So everything on the chart signaling us it was a top. So we identify it's like a top. Next step for the downtrend, we identify it will be comfortable zone, start accumulate Sol back at test of equilibrium 145 and at the lowest point of the equilibrium $21.82. In November 2021, we couldn't even imagine. So we will drop to under this zone to $9, for example, to $10. Nobody could even imagine, right? That's why we have to work in a complex, go to monthly time frame, take a look how low we can draw because we got a liquidity pool here, we got imbalances here on the monthly time frame. But I repeat, in November 2021, nobody even think about the Sol can drop so low, right? So what we can see next, we're going down. So it's premium zone, it's not comfortable zone, it's no makes sense to buy in this area Sol again. So the same story with XRP. While the XRP trade now at $3, for me personally, it's no makes sense to buy XRP for potential 50% gains if I see many tokens, other tokens in discount zone the same time. So what we can see next? We're going higher. You can see how markets react. So they give the hope people, so we're going higher. So we're going down. By the way, it's a weekly time frame. Now you will see how the price will react and respect the equilibrium. Take a look. Bam. And here, take a look how the price reacts in a moment exactly at equilibrium. When we see that reaction, it means we identify the levels correct. I guess, yes, take a look. So it means, yes, we can continue work with this range because we identify and see how the price respect the level. We grab liquidity, test equilibrium. Got it. It means I will not buy at equilibrium because I understand it's a January 2022. I check the news and I understand the logic. So most likely we will go down in the bear market, in a downtrend, and we'll close and trade all this order flow. So sooner or later we come back and test the order flow. What we can see next? Here, I understand in this area, it can be the comfortable zone to buy. So here, we drop to 81. Technically, in January 2022, and logically, based on the rules, it was a comfortable and logical price to buy, because if we use the like main FIB, so just in average here, it was a logical time to buy because we passed the 0.5, passed the 61. So I could wait 74 and 58. And base it on the rules, right? Take a look how the price react at that levels. We try and going higher, going down, down, almost touch 78. Of course, now we track like in a history, so it's easy. Take a look, reject at 0.5. Now like rejection, the sellers, because of cycles. Here, we got a like support 78, this one. So we got a reaction, hold the line, but after that, we drop it lower. And in this area, based on all rules, we should accumulate the SOL. And for example, we bought at 56 and wait the continuation to the next high. But take a look how the market reacts everybody around. So 56, you remember the number. We bought at 56. But we leave the liquidity here. Inside discount zone, all the zone, it's comfortable price to buy, but we leave liquidity. 1, 2, 3. And we just hunt that liquidity. That's why, in theory, everything looks so easy, right? But we have to work in the complex with all data. And you remember what happened next. After that, we saw the FTX and the crash. So the news also affect the market. So we build the liquidity and dump. Dump, grab all of that liquidity and dump to $12.38. After that, we're going even lower. It was $10.94, even lower, $7.96. So we dump it on the discount zone. In this case, we understand basically this zone invalidated. Invalidated, even if we use like this one, because we can't know which one is the starting point. So we delete it. Go back to monthly time frame and understand. So we drop, close the gap. If we use the monthly time frame, that's a problem of the time frames. Here, premium discount. In this case, we're still in discount, and it was a logical also entry. For example, we bought at 56, we buying it at 8. So the average entry could be, I don't know, like 33. Based on seasonality, based on the cycles, we understand we are in discount zone, and this information gives us the potential vision of the recover move at least to the equilibrium. So we trade in that zone, and yes, it's happened. So during zone 23 to zone 24, we trade accumulation zone in discount. And after that, the market makers put the price of SOL much higher. We reject at and test equilibrium, pass at the equilibrium, retest like support. On the monthly time frame, we tested several times equilibrium, going to again premium zone where we need to sell. And they can work with seasonality and timing. Once again, the March 2024. And the SOL dump it here 46%. Because we trade in discount zone. When we pass the top, it means this invalidated, and we can use totally another model, to identify by FIB the next potential levels. But the logic of premium discount zone on the month time frame, on the week time frame, was correct, and it was not a mistake to start accumulate a SOL at 56 and, for example, at 8. To build the average entry like 40 or 30. Got it. So this is a global one. Also, you can pay attention for the volume on the monthly time frame, on the weekly. So here, this was a massive sales. Then we trade in range with not so big sales, and here's a volume increase. In this case, based on seasonality, based on the logic, based on the news, you could accumulate the SOL again. So this is what about the SOL. Again, you have to work in a complex. So if we work in the uptrend, here, in the uptrend on the weekly, maybe we'll not see the drop so deep inside the discount zone, because take a look. This is, for example, impulse. This is a top. So this was an impulse. This is a top. And like you can see, we did not touch even the equilibrium. That's why sometimes it's happened. And to buy here or not, it's only up to you. And if, for example, some new users who trade by FIB, they wait the correction deeper, because we got an impulse and we wait the correction at least to 0.5 level by FIB. But it won't happen because in global, on the monthly time frame, we are still in discount zone. So here we are in the premium, on a weekly, but on the monthly, we trade it in discount. The same story, for example, we trade now in a premium zone, time to sell. But of course, on 4-hour time frame, here, we trade in discounts. So this is a impulse. It's a 4-hour time frame. So this one. Global one, monthly, weekly, we trade in the premium zone. It's time to fix the soul, right? But on the 4-hour time frame, here, it was not a mistake to buy the soul at 176 or 184 with the potential target like equilibrium, 232. And only the time will show us if we go in down and invalidate this premium discount zone on 4-hour time frame, or this zone is valid and we go in higher to the next target. That's why, guys, premium discount, it sounds so simple, right? So we got like impulse and you wait the correction and buy, accumulate here. But imagine how it's gonna smell if we use that premium discount zone on 4-hour time frame, and you bought it at 226, you bought it 189, but then we drop to equilibrium again to $84. And yes, it's possible. So guys, work in a complex with the premium discount zones. Also, a few words about the initiation accumulation pump model. So take a look. You remember how to work with this model, and I identified the levels where the zone of interest after leasing. Yes, more than enough for us. Use just one single daily candle close. So this one. And here we use the leasing price, we use the body candle close, and we identify the premium discount zones. So 0.5, it's going to be the equilibrium of this zone. For me, everything what is over, for example, on outlier, equilibrium is 16 cents 44. Everything what is between 16.44 and 32.27, for me, it's a premium zone. For me, it's not comfortable to buy the asset at this area. And I explained to you with Celestia token. Celestia made a move like this one. Celestia dumped to 23 and going higher to $20. And only after the few months, the Celestia came to this zone of interest. So the time, we can't know the time. In theory, everything looks so simple. When we trade in real account, in the moment, you can't know the time when this token will drop to zone of interest. We can know where the zone, but we can't know that when. And this is why the premium discount zone, it's so complicated. And only your decision, determine the losses or the profit of your trade. So that's the point. I made a deal with myself. If I use initiation accumulation pump model, and if some token not drop to my zone of interest, I skip this token. And take a look also why even the initiation accumulation pump model can be complicated. Because we got a rule, and the rule is the drop on the listing price is invalidation of idea. Got it. Also, this is the okay zone to buy. This is the bad zone to buy where I can start accumulate the token. Got it. And at the end, like you can see, what happened next. So outlier pump going over then even the premium zone, drop it back, not test 23, going higher, formed the new all-time high. And after, imagine the token listed on a Binance in January 2024, and only in February 2025, we landed here in August 2024. After the half year, we landed to the best zone to buy. Bounced, rejected 38, and come back again to this zone. That's why only now, only here and here, I can make a decision to invest in this asset because we are trading in discount zone, which is comfortable for me to invest in this asset. But I keep in mind scenario so we can invalidate this idea. Got it. Also, when you use indication accumulation pump model and trying to identify the premium discount zone, I highly recommend you use the few sources, like few exchanges, because all exchanges list the token with the different prices, and take a look. If you could use the Bybit for Outlier, everything could be the same, right? So the same model, the same rules. So here, looks like okay, right? So this is a premium, I need to sell. We drop it. Here, I bought, I'm buying, dump. And if you use the Bybit for premium discount zone, you could be in losses like 86% from the entry at the lowest point of discount zone. That's why, guys, it's so complicated to use even this simple model like, buy low, sell high. So on a Bybit, you could be in losses 86% from the entry. On the Binance 30.29 cents, it was only here. It was only around zero level. So that's the point, guys. That's why work in the complex with all data and build a strategy based on your risk management, based on the news, based on the seasonality, on the time frame, and work with comfortable time frames. If you, for example, trade on 15-minute time frame, like an intraday trader, right? So work in this case not with seasonality, but work in this case with sessions. So for example, this is a 4 in the morning, you sleep. So this is Asia session, right? So here, let's say Asia, from the low of Asia, we formed to, this was whole day, till New York session. At the test of equilibrium, you can start use, for example, like here, it was also night. So here, morning, London. At this area, you can try open position like 2% stop loss with a target. It was a logical entry because we got an impulse, we trade in range. This is morning, you waking up, we got a low of Asia, so we got a stop loss here. So it was a logical entry in discount zone on 15-minute time frame in London session with the targets higher. Of course, you could wait this target, but don't be so greedy and the fixed profit step by step. Because if you not fix the profit, you got a stop loss in London session again. So that's the point, guys. So if you trade intraday, you open position with a leverage, you close position. That's it. So you don't wait and don't try to catch exact bottom and wait. So yes, finally I found the bottom and we skyrocket to the new all-time high. No, here you catch the bottom, get a 10% trade with the second leverage, it's a 20% profit, you could fix the profit. Because if you want to fix the profit, you got a stop loss with 2%, 4% with the second leverage. And the same way, you can work from equilibrium with risk management. So guys, I hope you like this video. If you want to trade with my customer set, what I showed you in all of my videos, just write me a DM, subscribe, channel, hit the like button, hit the verification button, don't forget to join my Telegram channel. See you next time, guys.